Hi, welcome back this week to The Naked Doctor. I'm Dr. Tammy.
And I'm Cryssie.
We have a fabulous, fun, and delicious show today.
Delicious show today, yes.
You know, I don't think I've ever done a food show. You know, I've watched a lot
Not
of
at
food
this
shows.
scale, for sure.
Mm-hmm. And I think the gist of the show is going to be the myth that healthy eating is more expensive than fast food or non-healthy eating. And I think the food industry created that myth because, well, you know how I am, the naked doctor, about naked truth about health. There is just an energy of keeping us sick and keeping us dependent on the healthcare system. And so eating healthy, if we think that costs more, and that might be cost and convenience, you know, it's quick to drive through the drive-through. But that actually takes time and gas to drive through the drive-through. I mean, you have to go there and fight traffic. How much time would something like this take to make this in food prep and take that to work? You don't have to leave the office. You don't have gas for the trip.
And what do we hear all the time? Oh, it's so hard to eat healthy. It's so hard to food prep. It's really not at all. That's another one of those myths. If I keep telling you it's hard, you're going to believe it's hard, and then you won't even try. Well, here we go. We're going to show you why it's not hard at all, and why, yes, absolutely saving time, absolutely saving money. And then what's the long-term benefit of that? Extra time on your life. Why wouldn't you want to do that?
And you end up sitting across the desk from me talking about all your health and hormone imbalances from all the chemicals in this food. And we have a lot of repair work to do at that point that we would never have to do if you did this. And a lot of my patients tell me that once they adopt more of this lifestyle, that they feel better.
And you
energy
remember,
comes up.
I've lost over 150 pounds. And when I have people say, how did you do that? This is in part how I did that. So this is going to be a really valuable show today. I'm excited.
You mentioned this as just a tool, or other things that you've done that were tools. This is the tool. I mean, everything else is an adjunct to this, because Hippocrates said food is medicine. This is medicine. If you want true medicine, it's right here. It's not at the pharmacy down the street. It's right here.
It's right here.
I think it's very interesting, as I was doing a little research for this show, that we think McDonald's is fast and easy. Well, the health implications of all those trans fats and all, you know, all the chemicals in there, you know, a French fry from McDonald's is still going to be a French fry 5 years from now sitting in the bottom of your car.
It doesn't change at all. That's creepy.
And that's because of the chemicals. And just when you look at the nutritional value, if you look calorie per calorie, and I hate the word calorie because calories are such a myth as well, because the nutritional value in a calorie in a carrot is much different than a calorie in a chicken McNugget, the way your body uses it, and not even to mention the chemicals that are in there that are, we call them endocrine disruptors. And so they literally change your metabolism. And we also call them obesogens. So
none of those things sound great,
no,
do they?
They're not.
It's not like happy feel-good chemicals. Both of those sound awful.
They are awful. So when you look at the nutrition value in like a cheeseburger, there's a fun one. It's called the Cardi B meal.
Yeah, the love meal.
The love meal. And it's like, it is all just crap. And not to even mention sodas. And in a segment a little later, we're going to talk about sodas and alternatives that actually taste better. And I think one of the problems is that it changes the way we perceive taste.
That's a big part of this.
We do. And you even mentioned like there's a parasitic chemical that almost creates like a parasitic situation
where
in
your
fat
fat
cells.
wants to be maintained, and it changes what you crave. And one of the things about what we are going to talk about with the food is, if you are someone that has fought against hunger, wow, hunger is a natural biological process. You're going to have trouble if you're fighting against hunger. But if you start moving towards, I enjoy feeling satisfied, and you find the foods that get you satisfied, then you're no longer fighting hunger. You're looking at things a completely different way. So that's what we talk about. How do you make this not only easy so that these choices become easy, you make it delicious so that these are what you want, and then you're satisfied on top of that? Whew, that's all three. I think you got it going on.
Easy is a little bit of meal prep, and most of these things, you know, besides boiling the eggs and however you prepare them.
It's easier to do now than it's ever been.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's actually less expensive, because when you go through the drive-through, when we used to go to McDonald's, I mean, we were talking $20 to go through the drive-through. My son, I took him lunch at school today, and we had a Zaxby's salad, and we shared it because we always end up throwing half of it away. And just the nutritional value is so much different. He's not going to be all sluggish the rest of the day after eating a cheeseburger. And then also just, you know, just when you break it apart of the nutritional value, I spent $11 through the drive-thru getting that salad and 2 cups of water, and it would have been $20 through McDonald's. So, you know, convenience, easy. We want it easy, and we want you to know the truth about this so you can start making those changes. They're saying it's time for a little break. We're going to take a little break, and we'll be right back with the Naked Doctor. The world of hyperbaric medicine is absolutely amazing. It's been around for more than 60 years, but what it does is hyper means more than, and baric is pressure. So it creates a pressure environment where oxygen can actually get into the cells. I think it should be used in every aspect of healing strokes, Parkinson's, I mean, so many uses, as well as injuries, because what you need when you injure yourself is to increase blood flow to that area. I had a good friend with a burn on his hand after 3 dives. It was a 3rd-degree burn. Now, after a couple weeks, you can't, and this was only 3 dives, you can't even see where the blister was. I've seen neurological injuries, brachial plexus injuries with no movement and complete atrophy of the muscles, getting movement back within 3 days. Hi, welcome back to The Naked Doctor. I'm Dr. Tammy.
And I'm Cryssie.
And we're having a fun food
Oh yeah, it's a fun food day. What's your favorite day at work? Food day. What's our favorite day at work? Food day.
Food day.
Nice.
You know, I think it's interesting too, like when they bring the day-old donuts, you know, that are like crusty.
What is food day at work sometimes? Here's my birthday cake from last night.
And we kind of equate that with free food. So of course you gotta eat it,
Thanks for thinking of me.
And like, how are you gonna feel when you eat that donut? Like all that sugar, and you have that insulin crash the rest of the day, you're gonna feel like crap. I mean, everybody knows that you feel like crap when you eat like that. Yeah. So I'm gonna let you take it away. What all you got
one
here?
of my favorite things to talk about, snacks. And I'm going to start with eggs. Eggs are really underrated. And this is a fantastic piece of equipment that I encourage everyone to purchase if you want to start eating healthy and put extra protein into your diet. This is an automatic egg cooker. It's I'm not going to say it's cheap, but it's not expensive for a tabletop appliance. Basically, this is a double layer, so I can do so many, and it has a little tray for also poaching, but you can set your eggs in it just like this.
Okay.
Okay. And then you have, I know that mine, to be perfectly yellow without the green, is about 1/3 cup of water. So that gets measured and poured in. And then the entire thing steams exactly to time. Sings me a little song when I'm done.
Like the
Put it in an ice bath for about 20-30 minutes. I am patient before I peel. That's really the key there. And then when those come out, of course you're going to have extra as well. And I hold on to the extra filling of deviled eggs for my next cool snack, pork rinds. Pork rinds are also really underrated. And I know when people were first starting with keto, they'd say pork rinds instead of chips. That's great. It is great. And especially when a chip has a tagline that lets you know that you're going to binge eat. You can't eat just one. Right. Yeah. So we're going to work opposite of that. We're going to find something that gives us that crunch. Here's what I've determined, and you can probably back me up on this, is that really being satiated and satisfied comes from more than just your stomach being full. There are things that I like that are differences in texture. I like smooth, I like crunchy, I like spicy, I like creamy. So when I can find all of those things together, that's going to increase my level of satisfaction. I'm naturally just not going to eat as much.
I just had an aha moment with that.
Did you really?
So
Go ahead, tell me the aha moment. We love these.
I'm the same way. Like if I just eat like a protein like chicken, I would never feel satisfied even though my stomach was full.
Your mouth wants different things. Where's the creamy?
Awesome.
Where's those big, the kosher salt, the big crunchy salt, all of those wonderful things. So that's what you think about when you say, I tried keto or I tried low sugar, and I just didn't feel satisfied. And it's because if you go back in your mind, at some night they were probably just eating peanut butter off a spoon and going, I don't like keto, I can't even think of what to eat. But when you truly look at the variety that's out there, and all of this came from neighborhood grocery stores as well as club stores, and we have really the basic stuff. For your roughage, you've got your cauliflower and dip, and you can make your dip again with what you had left over from your eggs, or this is just sour cream with really good spices in it. That works with pork rinds or with cauliflower.
What kind of spices?
This is I think it's like
me.
a Tony Chachere's for me.
Okay.
If you like garlic, find a cool garlic rub, or any of those flavors. If you like the spice, just tasting it, and there's not sugar in the spice, it's probably going to be great in sour cream. Try it with pork rinds. And pork rinds come in more than plain. They come in barbecue, they come in salt and vinegar now. It's making my mouth water. There's so many good things out there.
Like that.
And then we go, okay, the tart things that we like, pickles. Pickles are one of those things that are incredibly satisfying. If you're really having a craving for a cupcake, and you decide to eat a pickle instead, that's going to change all of that chemical process in your brain. It's going to be like, yeah, no, cool, we don't need the cake now. Now that's a jump, but seriously, keep some pickles in your purse. Bacon, who can say no to bacon? And in an air fryer, bacon becomes wonderful.
I love the air fryer.
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to mention that
Air
when I
fryer
saw
gets
this toy.
utilized in so many of these things. A bag of bacon jerky can run you $10 to $14, but an entire pound of bacon is about $4.50. So you can actually make bacon in the air fryer and keep that in a little Ziploc bag. These beautiful pepperoni wrapped mozzarella sticks, again, are available at a club store. They come pre-wrapped. You can rip them off and put them in your purse. Fantastic. Again, chip replacement, little Parmesan crisps.
I've not seen
these.
these.
Are
These
made
are
out of
cute.
Parmesan. They have exactly the same crunch as a potato chip, but so good. So good in soups. That was one of the things. I love bone broth, but I like that texture of the tortilla or the something else in there.
It's all
Parmesan
sensory.
crisps, and these, yes, take care of that sensory part of it.
Oh,
Little
I never
mozzarella
thought about
cheese to get the string, and you're all there. It is so fantastic. And these are some Italian sausages. This one is pepper encrusted, and some beautiful pepperoni slices. We all love pepperoni. Olives are fantastic. They have healthy fats, very satiating.
And again, like when people hear eggs, they think that has cholesterol and it's too bad for you.
Right.
But it's a
Oh, there
healthy
was such a myth
cholesterol.
about eggs, and I try to remind my kids about that when we start talking about what's healthy, what's not. But
Good
they
fats, bad
said,
fats.
and I'll say, please remember that at one time we were told that eggs were terrible for us, and now we know that that wasn't correct. So let's learn that information on nutrition fluctuates back and forth, and that you need to find what truly works for you. And then this is a lovely spread that you could take to the office or present to your family as lunch. Sometimes for lunch, this is what we do. We just lay out a spread, and everybody gets to graze as they feel. But this would take care of all of your needs, plus people in the office. I would have no problem serving this to people. It doesn't have to be a plate of donuts. We've added some red peppers and some pretty parsley flakes here, but this is basically turkey, delicious turkey, and different slices of cheese along with our eggs and pickles. So I am proud to serve this to anybody. This is very satisfying. And can you imagine that you get to eat this and lose weight? Yes, you do. I did exactly that. When I paired this with exercise and I learned how to work with my body's natural rhythms, that's exactly what happened.
Well, it's absolutely beautiful. And I would just, presentation is everything to me. Like, I don't like leftovers because I don't like good stuff when it's all glopped together. But not only the presentation, but all this slips easily, I would think, into Ziploc bags.
Yes.
And so you just pull them out and you have presentation
I prepared
again.
all of this right before this show. So honestly, this couldn't have been that difficult, or one person wouldn't have been able to put all this together. The eggs were assembled this morning before I came. So this is all something that would be very easy. And especially with your family when you're making changes, presentation is everything. The eye, really, that's a good one. The eye is another part of that sensory, not just what you're tasting and feeling, but what you're looking at. Make it good for you, make it beautiful for you, and it will be what you need.
And change your relationship around food.
Really, change your relationship with food. Be your own personal chef. Oh, I
like that.
Be your own personal chef with the Naked Doctor, Cryssie. Yay!
I love it. Okay, we're going to take a little break and we'll be right back with the Naked Doctor, and we are going to talk smoothies and yummy stuff.
Oh yeah, 'cause
and
you got to have that too.
Yeah, and some of the myths about kind of what we snack on or our breakfast and that sort of thing too. I love the eggs for breakfast idea, but we'll be right back. Hi, welcome back. Today we are talking about all things food.
Yum, yum.
The myths that it's more expensive
Right.
to eat healthy, and the convenience it's not, the food prep, and just the way that you feel when you do this for your family.
So worth it, so worth it. And it doesn't have to be hard. Or time consuming, because really what you're gaining in the end, longer life, well worth it. Well worth it.
And sometimes I think we future project that it's going to be okay, and that I won't get diabetes, or I won't, but we have 1 in 3 people in this country are insulin resistant heading to diabetes. That's crazy. So when you think about all the sugar that's in everything and what we let our kids consume, and okay, let's say that we're going to make some changes. You have to really educate yourself when you're trying to make changes, because there are so many myths. So, the naked truth, right? There are so many lies out there. You have to be really savvy with stuff. So went to the health food store, not to be named, but one of the large chain health food stores. And these sweets were sitting up there. And so you think, I'm at the health food store. These must be healthy.
Almost always, when I go in the health food store, my first thought is pretty much anything I could grab should be healthy for me, right? No, no, no.
70 grams of sugar.
7D? 7
Yes.
with a 0.
7 with a 0. Yeah, it's kind of like
I didn't
McDonald's.
know it was going to be like that.
The Frappuccinos have 90 grams of
Oh,
sugar.
gosh.
Okay, now let's just set the stage. A male should have no more than 45 grams of sugar a day. A female
day.
should have no more than 30. It's a body fat issue.
So this blows out 2 days worth of sugar.
2 days worth of
In
sugar.
a serving, not the whole bag. Just a serving. And
Yeah.
who's not going to?
No, that may be the whole bag. It's the whole bag. Yeah,
All right, so the whole bag.
Yeah,
Whew.
you have to do
All
look
right.
at servings
This
too.
is the kind of thing that you would. I mean, goodness, if there were 4 servings.
Oh, I would eat the whole thing.
Yeah,
absolutely.
it happens.
Same thing, just some organic fruit snacks. Let's see. I'm not seeing the sugar exactly on here.
That looks
12
like
grams.
12 grams per.
12 grams. So we're half our daily allowance.
Goodness sakes,
if you're
have
female.
fruit. If you're going to have something that's fruit flavored, fruit shaped, make it fruit.
Gummy bears in the health food store. No, you're going to run into the same thing. You're thinking these are quick and easy, and sodas are anywhere from 30 to 75 grams, depending on the size of a Coke or a Mountain Dew or something like that. So again, we're shooting for 30 to 40, and your kids are half your size, so they should have even less sugar, right?
Right.
It's crazy. When we did our sugar show, it's most Americans, we used to 20 years ago consume on average about 2 of those little pink C&H bags of sugar a year. It's up to 120 now. Absolutely ridiculous.
That is a huge increase.
And when you think about, remember when you made Kool-Aid as a kid, how many cups of sugar you put in a quart?
Because it didn't taste good if you put in with the cup.
It didn't. So these are some different ones. So these are sugar-free, right? And so, but they have aspartame in them. Aspartame is banned in just about every other country. It was created for chemical warfare when they found it. It has cancer properties. I mean, it's just, when people tell me they're using artificial sweeteners,
this is not a good swap for
this
sugar.
is not good. So, okay, so I'm going to talk about a little substitute. Your snacks, you talked about just even cauliflower, something like that for a snack, and your kids will have to change their taste buds just a little bit. There are some healthier alternatives for snacks that you can do, so, just something to think about.
Absolutely. And it is about marketing to your family. It's
Fruit
never really that great to go and push everything off the shelf. But slow changes are always, more welcome, and in the end, easier to keep.
Speaking of easy, they're making these really easy, so you can just put a little pack in your kids' lunch. Lunchables have these in them.
Yes, they do.
And you're giving them carcinogens for lunch. That's not good when they take that with them. So here's an alternative.
Bad stuff
And
over here.
these are some fruits and greens that we have. And this has less than 2 grams, and the only reason it has any sugar in it is because it's natural fruit. And a lot of these will say it's natural fruit, but you want to go with a company that you can really trust on this when you're getting your fruit. This is seasoned with monk fruit.
Monk fruit, not a monkey fruit.
With fruits, yes.
Monk fruit.
But so it's all natural. It truly is. And so the nice thing is, and this actually does come in the individual packs, but I didn't have those today. These nice little, fun little funnels.
Little funnels.
So so you can just put that right in there. Scoop, and didn't quite get my scoop in there. And we have the little individual packs too, but you can send that with your kids, and you can taste it if you want to.
Yes, absolutely, please.
And so I'm gonna put my glasses on for this, but okay, so this has not just the junk and the carcinogens in it, but we have.
Oh no, that's good, Tammy.
I know,
like
they're
that.
delicious. This has over 20 plus servings of fruits and vegetables in it. So it's like kind of like your greens, your green grass, but it tastes better than the, the
What if I took this in my workout?
Oh, absolutely.
thing? Could I do that?
Hydration.
Yes, for
Gatorade
hydration.
is made with artificial dyes that are banned in other countries. They are straight up sugar. I mean, sometimes my son used to be like, I'll have a Gatorade because it's healthy and it's got
Because
electrolytes.
athletes drink it, and if
'Cause
athletes drink it, it must be good. Athletes are getting paid to drink it.
And it's all sugar.
And it's all sugar.
Nuts. This also has probiotics and prebiotics. So you're getting that, healthy, because it's hard to get kids to do that too. And then it's also got a lot of antioxidants because it's all fruit. It's got
Much
your
better.
vitamin
Much better
C.
than what's listed on this.
It's nuts, yeah. And you're also getting a little bit of protein. So you're getting, pretty much your whole servings of fruits and vegetables for the whole day in this, and you're not giving them
And it's delicious.
that. And it's delicious. And we have a lot of different flavors as well. So we have, you said you like the
This
espresso.
one was berry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a coffee person, so she's got an espresso flavor too.
I love the
Chocolate
fruits and
mint,
greens, chocolate mint. Yeah.
green
and
tea
so
and melon.
you really just have to do a little research to find your best thing.
Yes.
And so I always take a good, healthy multi-supplement. Don't just get the cheap stuff. Go and get something good when you take your multivitamins. There is no way to get all the nutrition from food these days. And the problem with that is these are beautiful and it is the healthy choice. But our food supply is so depleted in minerals and vitamins. We grow food on the topsoil now because of just the greed in the food industry. And so we really don't get all the magnesium and the vitamins and stuff. So I believe you do need to supplement for optimal health. And, and so we are going to do some things that aren't so healthy sometimes. And so to really complete that is super important, but the fruits and greens are great. And then if you like a smoothie and you can also put it in a cup, and I love these little frothers.
Oh,
They're
nice little
awesome.
mixer. They're portable.
They're
fun.
so strong, you wouldn't even believe. So you said
have some more of this.
Yeah. You said you like the espresso, and so this is great. Put in your coffee.
I have a keto coffee in the morning, and I include the espresso fruits and greens in my keto coffee.
Yeah.
So good.
I love it. Okay.
So good.
So this is.
I'm helping. Here we go.
Thank you. I have a dairy sensitivity, so I use rice milk. So just to make a nice little smoothie, I put just a little bit of rice milk in here. And then I usually put some fruit, just because it kind of gives it a little pep. You don't need it for the flavor because our protein powders and our detox supplements and everything are sort of just kind of spin it up. These are from the freezer, so it's going to make it really cool. I use the fruits and greens, a little bit of rice milk, some collagen powder. You put a little protein powder in there, and you have a delicious little smoothie. And
Take
I promise
with you.
your kids will feel full. I know we kind of like the coffee where you have
Yes.
the oils and stuff in the coffee in the morning. I do believe in intermittent fasting, so I'm not a big breakfast person, but these would make nice snacks in the afternoon if you are doing some degree of intermittent fasting.
Yes, yes.
Healthy, go, check out your companies, because again, people will tell. I had a protein powder one time that you want a high protein, like at least 20 grams of protein in your protein powder and less than 2 grams of sugar. Well, this was a keto protein company, and the label, I hope they had like a manufacturing mislabeling, but it literally was 2 grams of protein and 22 grams of sugar in it.
Oh my goodness. And we've talked about products that fill the product with fiber in order to be able to say that they have zero net or low net carbs, and then your gut is just awful for a couple of days because you've eaten so much insoluble fiber, much more than you would need in a single serving, let alone a day, because it was labeled low carb. So gosh, you have to be careful with the manufacturing and read the labels.
Read the
Another thing that,
labels.
it takes a minute, but what it's going to save you in the long run.
And you only have to
Priceless.
read the
Priceless.
labels once.
Yes, then you'll know.
Then you'll know.
That's not for me. Like, you'll know.
There's
You'll
an
know.
app called MyFitnessPal, and you can find the ingredients, the vitamins, the nutrients in anything. You can look up fast food restaurants. You
And
can
it's
look
free.
up anything here. It's free, absolutely free.
It's a good habit to get into. It helps you with journaling. And even if you're not someone that, I don't want to journal all my food, really, just journaling for a day or two and being honest with it will let you know what's really going in here, what your habits are, so you know where to start. It's a great tool.
It's all about honesty. It's all about honesty with yourself. It's all about honesty with the food industry and really just getting to the naked truth. So I have just had a blast today.
This has been wonderful.
I love food. I love feeling good. I hate eating that food, the sugary food that I feel so bad after I eat it, like after my insulin crashes.
Or feeling like
in
I'm
30 minutes.
wasting it. I paid so much money for it, and it's 90% bread.
And presentation, how much you throw away just because it
Presentation is
looks
everything.
gross and your leftovers. So fun. Just maybe we planted a seed today for you that you're going to start thinking about this. If you don't do it for you, if you have kids, do it for your kids. Teach them healthy habits and just try to uncover the myths of what you're being told about nutrition and health and all the things. All right, we've had a great show. Check us out on thenakeddoctorshow.com. We have a Facebook presence, Instagram, Twitter, all the things.
We are kind of everywhere.
Everywhere. Thanks for being with us this week. We love you very much. Hope you have a healthy and blessed week, and we'll see you next week on The Naked Doctor.
Bye-bye.